I need a dose of Africa.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. So today's video is just a calm, chilled, relaxing video. So I was in the shower and I was like, you know what, there's a lot of things that I've learned as an adult that I wish I had known when I was a teenager. So I thought, you know what, I have a couple of life advice that I can just share with you guys, you know, just share with you. So number one thing that I wish I had known when I was younger. In life, you always have to be grateful. Guys, the truth is, gratitude is actually a hack. Gratitude is a hack. I feel like the more you're grateful, the more that you get. So yeah, gratitude is definitely a life hack. Like, don't worry about what you don't have. Worry about what you have. Worry about what God has blessed you with. Because trust me, what you have, someone else is probably crying to get, or someone else is probably dying to get. So gratitude is a must, but gratitude is a life hack, girl. Like, for real. Number 2 that I learned is that you just have to be yourself. Be yourself. Be the best version of you, but be yourself. Don't ever feel like you have to change. Don't ever feel like you need to get a certain thing because someone else has it. Don't ever feel like you're not good enough. Always make sure you are the best you, and you only. Like, do not worry about all these other people. Worry about yourself, boo, because a lot of things and a lot of great things happen when you begin to know the kind of person that you are, when you discover yourself deep within, and when you know who you are. And honestly, like, I speak about this so passionately because I just feel like it's so important, and it took me forever to learn this. But growing up, I've always been very insecure because I don't know, I've just always been insecure for whatever reason. I think one thing is because I've never really been the type of person that, you know, interacts and stuff like that. But I feel like growing up, I've learned so much, and I've learned to love myself, and I've learned to be myself. I've learned to look after myself, and I think that has really helped my self-development. I think self-care is self-care is so important. I think I feel like sometimes we kind of just don't understand. Like, we talk about self-care, but deep down we're still not practicing self-care. I see a lot of people talk about self-care like, oh, I love myself, oh, self-care, but truly you want to be someone else, truly you want to try to get what someone else has, truly you're just not looking after yourself. So where exactly is the self-care talking about from? Not everyone is gonna like you. Now, this I've had to learn very much recently. Being married, obviously, a lot of people won't like you, especially if you're married to someone that already had a wife. So not everyone's gonna like you, but you know what? That's fine. I don't need everyone to like me. I don't need you to like me. I'm joking, but for real, you don't need everyone to like you. You need to like you, and as far as you like you, you're good. You're good. Just don't worry about what other people have to say, because regardless whether you are doing good or doing bad, they're not gonna like you. Like, if they don't wanna like you, they're not gonna like you. Your thoughts mean everything. I feel like what you think, you become. Always think of the positive. Always think of, you know, the good things. Don't waste your time thinking about bad things. I think for me, I have anxiety and mine is really bad, but recently I've just learned to just live in the moment and always just be grateful for what I have, and always just be in my own zone and live in that very, very moment, like not having to worry about anything that is not even coming. I'm just learning things as I grow, and I'm never gonna stop growing. I feel like with growth, you just never stop growing. You just grow and grow and grow, and that's the beauty of life. But I have definitely been learning things the hard way, guys. You need to pray. pray, pray, pray. And I know this sounds very cliche, but you know what? A lot of things come with prayer. A lot of things come with prayer, and I think a lot of us don't realize this until we're in a situation whereby we then just go and pray and we start seeing changes in our life. But I, for one, whenever I'm going through something, right, and I pray on it and I talk to God, I always just see the way God changes things and like the way things change in general. And honestly, my God is a powerful one. Like, my God is a faithful God, honestly. But I think praying really does help. Praying helps with your growth. Praying helps with everything in life. And I remember, like, I'm not very consistent with my prayers, I'm not gonna lie. 1 minute I'm praying 5 times, next minute I'm praying 4 times. So, but I feel like the past few months I really have been trying. I've been very consistent, and I'm just so happy. Like, I don't go a moment without hearing the prayer sound go on, and then I'm just not going to pray. Like, I feel very triggered to go and pray whenever I hear that it's prayer time. So I think praying really does help, and it really does take you out of a lot of hardship. It really does help with life. It really does help with life. I feel like, for me personally, I have gone through some tough things in life, and every time I pray, I always see God like show up for me and show out for me, and that I can genuinely say is the biggest life hack. That is the biggest life hack. Now, one thing I'm gonna link with the praying is that you have to give. The more you give, the more you get. I tend to give charity out every single Friday. And like, I do this in Gambia, like I just tell my sister to do it for me. But even here, when I'm out, you know, sometimes you walk past a homeless person and they'll be like, oh, do you have £1? Do you have £2? So this is something that I do on a regular, and I really do think that these are huge life hacks and you should definitely start practicing them. If it's anything that you're going to take away from this video, is this one. I think this one is very important. So the next thing, I have them written down because, guys, the way I just repeat myself in videos, I just don't like it. This is a big one, and it's been a big one for me. It's been a big one for me, and I'm so grateful that I have finally learned to say no. So yeah, that's the next one. Learn to say no. Learn to say no, you guys. Learn to say no. Oh my gosh. When I'm talking about this, it makes me feel some type of way, because I'm like, guys, I could never say no before. Like, I could never. My friend in Gambia, she usually says to me, you always put people ahead of you. Like, you always put people before you. You need to start putting yourself first. You need to start putting yourself first all the time. Like, she would say this all the time, and I always used to say to her, but Hadi, I do. Like, I put myself first. What are you talking about? But deep down, I knew that I wasn't. And it really helped that she was putting that in my head, like every single day. She was locking it in my head. So yeah, I am grateful that now I'm just the type of person, if I want to say no, I'm like no, and I say it with my chest, no. I think that is a life advice that I would definitely give. Like, learn to say no. I'm the type of person, I have no hate in my heart. Like, I genuinely, like, sometimes I just sit and I'm just like, if I was to die today, like, you guys throw me a party, because I can genuinely say I have like no hate in my heart. Like, I don't wish bad on no one, and I just always feel like whether I go through, it's not because I'm a bad person or anything. God is trying to test me to see if I would do certain things, and if I would you know, do something bad to someone, and I never have it in me. Like, even if someone does wrong by me, I would still just pray for you. I'm that person. Like, I'll be like, God, I pray like you heal this person's heart. Like, I'm not sure why they did this, but I'm that girl. So yeah, I think I've grown a lot as an individual, but I've definitely grown a lot mentally and physically. Okay, so the next one I have is that you have to look after yourself. This is a life advice that I think everyone should put at the top. When you're looking after yourself, great things happen. Great things definitely happen, and it's not always about the outside. Like, also look after yourself internally. So if you need to spend time with friends and family, then go do that. If you need to travel, go do that. If you need to do your self-care Sunday, you know, go do that. I tend to do like a whole self-care thing like on a Sunday. Looking after yourself is definitely, self-care is the real glow. Self-care is everything. Self-care is everything. Like, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you're looking after yourself, because nothing and no one is more important than you. Okay, so the next thing that I have for you is be patient and be persistent. Be patient with yourself and know that God is working on you. God is not sleeping. I feel like, okay, there's a quote that I recently came across. You know what? I'm excited to read it out to you guys because I love this quote. Where is the quote? Oh my God, you know when you're trying to find something and you just don't find it. What's going on? Okay, so the quote said, "The Almighty will give you what you want when the time is right. If it's good for you, He'll make sure you get it. If it's bad for you, He will keep it away from you. Never for a moment think that He hasn't heard you. He knows what's in your heart even before you uttered it." Guys, this is like such a powerful message. And I remember when I saw this, I was going through a moment, yeah? And I was just like, what? Like, it's like the angels just wanted me to see that, because as human beings, you tend to just like pray for something, like you're always praying, oh God, I want this, I want this, I want this, but you just don't know what's good for you and what's not good for you. And when you don't get it, you keep praying for it, praying for it, praying for it. And I think a lot of people fail to understand that when you're praying for something, like God is always on your side. So if it's something that's good for you, God will give it to you. I'm the type of person now, whatever I go through or whatever happens, I laugh, guys. I laugh with my chest. Like when I make a mistake with the business or anything, I'm just like, I just laugh and I'm just like, oh wow, another one. And if it's just like a personal thing, I just pray. And whenever I'm praying, I don't pray for a certain thing. Like I feel like there's no point in me saying, oh God, I want this, I want this, I want this. I just say like, God, you know what's in my heart. If it's good for me, bless me with it. If it's not, keep it away from me. Like things like that. And I really see changes in my life. And I think that is a life hack that I want you guys to practice. Like forget about praying about this and this and this. Like pray to God to give you what He thinks is best for you. And trust me, you're gonna thank me for that. So that's the end of this video, guys. I think okay, we're 29 minutes in. We're 29 minutes in the video. This is the end of it. I'm gonna try and keep this video short when I'm editing it. That's the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the red button because it's free. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
I need a dose of Africa. We getting lit, we too excited. I'm feeling cocky, melanin popping. 2 in the morning, I ain't stopping. Yeah, hold up. I do the most for the paper. I need a dose of Africa. Yeah.